Gambhir. I'm from Mumbai, and I'm the founder of Chefling. So basically, what is Chefling? So Chefling is an idea about why not, have a restaurant at your home. Like why cannot you cook international, global cuisines, restaurant style cuisines at home? So this is when the idea came. So I think it was 3 years ago when, one of my friend wanted to make sushi at home, but he just couldn't because he didn't have the ingredients, right? So he went to supermarket and bought ingredients worth rupees 8,000, and then he made sushi, and that's where this idea started. Why do you, if I want to make sushi at home, why do I have to pay 8,000 rupees? Like, isn't that a bomb? So that's when, we came up with this idea. And we were recently featured in Shark Tank, season 3. And it was an amazing experience. And definitely, we got a 4 Shark deal from Amit Jain, Piyush Bansal, Namita Thapar, and Azhar Iqbal. And yeah, this is the photo. So basically, I'll tell you about us. So what do? We simplify global cuisines. Like, if I, explain it in a easy way, कि जैसे for example, आपको कोई, कोई रेस्टोरेंट स्टाइल रेसिपी आपके घर पे बनानी है, तो उसके लिए आपको काफी सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स की जरूरत पड़ती है. सो हम यही इंग्रेडिएंट्स को, वी पुट इट इन अ बॉक्स, rationalize it ताकि, like there's no wastage, right? And we put it in a box and then we sell it to, majorly through our website, and we just recently started with Amazon. So our mission is to simplify global cuisine, and ताकि everyone can cook. Like cooking shouldn't be a task, like it should be simple. And our vision is key, we want to, take like global cuisine, to every home in India. So I have done my college from Amity University in Mumbai, and uske baad I had joined my father's business, which was called RTS Fabs Limited, and I used to take care of the production side, which was in Bhiwandi. So that's how I learned about the operations of, how does a business operate, and this is where I got all my experience from. So the problem, a customer faces, when he or she wants to make a, global recipe at home is, you know, uh, fragmented buying. Like customers buy ingredients from, various stores, right? मतलब कि अगर आपको suppose sushi बनानी हो, so you'll have to call for a sushi mat, you'll have to call for a sushi rice, vinegar, soy. Like आपको बहुत सारी items बनानी, that's when you can make sushi at home. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि, जितने की आपको जरूरत है, लाइक वी पुट दैट इन, वी रैशनलाइज इट कि से फॉर एग्जांपल कि आपको 4 जन को सुशी खानी है, एंड यू वांट टू मेक इट एट होम, सो वी गिव एग्जैक्टली उतना इंग्रेडिएंट्स जितना यू विल नीड. एंड you don't have to buy anything else other than your vegetable or meat, because that's not what we give, and that's how we sell pan India. So sourcing, like I earlier said, if you individually go and buy these items, aram se you'll end up spending aaj ke time pe at least 4 to 5 thousand. So you get that same thing, like you can make around 36 sushis just for like 800 rupees with Chefling. Accessibility. So if you see, like, in our recent trend, we have seen ki we have got a lot of orders from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, places jape, there are no restaurants and people want to try this cuisine. Like, they also don't get these ingredients there. Plus, definitely यहाँ पे restaurants भी नहीं होता. And again, like, if we talk about the top city, our top city is Mumbai, surprisingly, because like people know what sushi is here, and still they wanna try that experience. Like we are more in the business of selling experience than a product. So definitely, like we get orders from, I would say, the smallest village in Bihar, and a metropolitan city too. So like we cover everything. And the final point would be storage. So suppose, if you buy ingredients like from the market, and then again the storage becomes a problem. Like, you won't make sushi every day, right? And आपके वो kitchen में सिर्फ पड़ा रह जाएगा, and again the expiry comes in the play. कि you'll have to use it somehow ताकि at least you find the value for money. So that's what we solve कि आपको जितने की जरूरत है उतना ही आपको मिलेगा, like उससे ज्यादा ही मिलता है definitely, but this is one big problem which I've seen. So the solution, like I said, simplifying customers' hardship, shuffling streamlines the cooking process, right? मतलब, we give a very easy to follow recipe, and आपको सिर्फ वो recipe देखनी है, and you can make, restaurant style sushi at home. We are also working on a video जहाँ पे, customers can, it'll come in a QR and people can scan it, and, you'll directly get redirected to a video जहाँ पे, you can easily make sushi or any other products which we offer. It's economical and sustainable because definitely there's no wastage, and we are comparatively very cheap when you compare it to going to a restaurant. Just say for example, if I talk about ramen, so a nice ramen in a hotel would easily cost around 550 to 600 rupees. Like, I'm talking about restaurant style ramen, and we sell four of these. Like, you can make from a ramen kit, you can make around four. Like, it serves four, and you get that for like 12.99. So we are definitely economical when it comes to pricing. We have access, we serve to, definitely pan India. So we have, like, a lot of our sales goes to tier one and tier two cities as well, because, they don't get these ingredients. And again, comprehensive meal kits, right? Because, it's like a solution, like, you know, we give so many ingredients, you can like do a lot of modification in your recipe. Like, you know, with our kids, like a customer would feel कि okay यार, मतलब इसमें ये भी होता तो और मजा आती, because we have covered everything. So there are like 12 to 13 ingredients in every kit. So the market size. So the total addressable market, as we see, is around 31.5 billion, and which will, by 2025 it will be. And if we talk about international cuisine, so, it's around 15 billion right now. But we are not only, locked to international cuisine. We are also coming up with a lot of interesting stuff, which I will cover in later. And our SOM would be around 35 or 31.5 billion. So the products right now we have is an enchilada kit, which is Mexican, taco Mexican, ramen, which is Korean, lasagna Italian, Nam, which is again your Asian, and a barbecue kit, and of course the sushi kit. So basically, if you see all of these products, and if you think, यार ये तो मैं Swiggy Zomato से भी मंगवा सकता हूँ, so you know the idea around all of these products is कि इसको घर पे बनाने में, like, the experience plus the taste you get when you make this at home versus when you order. Because if you order, so the cheese and everything will, it takes time, right? And the cheese becomes a thoda sa soggy. And if we talk about the ramen, the noodles become very soggy. Sushi to puri deconstruct hi ho jati hai sometimes. So like the idea behind our products is to, uh, like to make products which are, which would taste better at home versus than order. So this is the idea, and we plan to launch two products every month. So we have our two new products launching probably, I think, next week. So let's talk about the DIY industry. And so DIY is a very old industry. Like, people have been doing this in the states in India. In fact, there was one master chef who had started his DIY kit company in India, but it didn't do well because they were doing Indian stuff. Abhi, definitely doing Indian stuff is like, that's what Indian people would want. But every, like, because India mein labor is cheap, getting cooks is easy. So it didn't really do well. So that's why we started targeting, international cuisine, and that's where we are focusing. So why now? If we see, so there's a steep increase in home cooking, house partying, and people, because restaurants are getting expensive and expensive every year. So people want to, do something around home. They want to host people, they want to have the nicest menu, probably not order, maybe cook. So again, so there's a rise in home cooking. So if you see the growth of, like, you must have seen ki there are a lot of cocktail based companies happening right now. So if you go and see the reason, it is because people are preferring, to do things at home. Like, people would want to try cocktails at home. So there's a steep upward trend in, in experience and, doing things at home. Now, home restaurant demand, like I said, people are, people prefer to, order food, or, do things at home. So yeah. So our business model is majorly B2C. We have just started with B2B, where we are, like, we've just started. So we're targeting retail stores, and we're targeting distributors. So currently in talks with a distributor in Chennai who has around 6,500 stores. And so majorly we are B2C. We have done most of our sales through our website, which is chefling.in. And we recently got listed on Amazon. And our plan is to, go, like, get into quick commerce as well. So yeah. So second thing is pricing. So our pricing is like, our cheapest kit would go around 800 rupees, and we have like the barbecue kit that goes up to 2,200 rupees. So I would say we aren't like cheap, but I would say we are lower niche. And sales and distribution is, so we spend a lot of money on performance ads, and we make sure we at least get a ROA of 2.5, and which we do. And uh, I have my office, like, we have our office and distribution, like, our warehouse in Goregaon, Mumbai, and that's where all the deliveries happen. And we have a very good relations with Shiprocket, so we get a really nice shipping price as well. So if we talk about unit economics, so our gross margin is 75%. Just made 13% would be the raw material cost, which can definitely go down once we start importing the items. Our shipping cost is around 9%, and our packaging would be around 4%. And uske baad, if we see, there's your ads ka cost, which would say come around 25%. So motamoti 74% is our gross, and I would say around 50 to 45 to 50% would be around our net right now. So if we talk about competition, so we are one of the brands. There's Cook by Pluck, there's Urban Platter, and there's Kidster. So if we talk about the operation model, because we have all non-perishable items in our kit, so that's why we can sell pan India. But when it comes to Cook by Plug, they're cloud kitchen based. So obviously they're very regional and their reach is very low. But again, they are also in the business of selling DIY kits. And when it comes to Urban Platter and Kit Store, they have collaborated to make a kit. So Urban Platter, again, it doesn't solve a problem. Basically, Urban Platter is giving all of these ingredients in a box, and that's what Urban Platter is doing. And they are not really looking into DIY because they just launched one kit, and that was it for them. And if we talk about Kisters, so Kisters is more about, making videos and like, it's more educational than, uh, m- than into food. So yeah, that was the operations preparation. So it's minimal for us. It's just assembly. For Cook by Pluck, it is cooking plus assembly. Urban Platter and Kid Store, like, it doesn't count. Our reach, we we sell pan India, like I said, and Cook by Pluck is very limited when it comes to reach because, like I said, they're cloud kitchen based and they have one kitchen in Bombay, the last I know, and I think they launched one kitchen in Bangalore. But again, like they the reach is very limited. And yeah, so these are the four brands, and let's move. So talking about the past traction, so I would say on average, we before Shark Tank, which was in Jan, so we used to make an average sale of around 80 to 90,000, and post Shark Tank, we this quarter, Jan, Feb, March, we almost touched 25 lakhs. And if we talk about the current month, so current month, right now, we have already reached 8 lakhs, and I think we're doing around 40,000 sale every day. So I think we'll close this month around the same revenue. That would be around 8.5 to 9 lakhs. And like you see, our EBITDA is almost 50%. So right now we are making money, and uh, like we want to grow. So, we will use all the profits right in the right back into the company, and we'll just grow. So talking about the projections, so year one, we would almost touch 55 lakhs. Year two would be around 1.1 crore. Year three would be around 2 crores. Year four would be around 2.5, and year five would be around 3 crores. Now, how will we achieve this growth is through performance ads and through sales. And right now we're a very small team. So what we are going to focus on is like building a team, building a proper team. Uh, we I believe we have cracked the performance ads ka thing, and we exactly know which ads work, which ads don't work. So we are focusing to do at least a 3K ROAs every month. So we want to spend on performance, and we want to spend on creating good content. So yeah, this is the projection. And fund ask and utilization. So our ask is around 1.5 crore, and we want to dilute around 10%. So that comes around 15 crore valuation. So we will use 53%, like as you can see, 53.6% in sales and marketing, which again comes to performance, content creation, and influencer marketing. 3% would go into tech. So basically, we need a software to manage our inventories in a very organized way. Uh, 13% would go into product development, which is developing new sauces, new kits, and definitely not kits, but mostly sauces and these items which are not available in India. 13.4 would go into operations, which is again, your day-to-day and expansions, entering new markets and stuff. And 16% would go into team building. So talking about the future roadmap, so we are launching. So like I said, we have DIY kits. So obviously we have the ingredients as well. So we are almost, ready with our new format, which is selling of ingredients, what Urban Platter does. And we again saw a pain point there. Say, for example, if you want to make lasagna at home, so you have to buy 500 grams of lasagna sheet, and obviously that's way too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, start selling 250 grams of lasagna sheet, starting from our website, and then we'll enter Amazon and everything. So basically, for all these ingredients we are gonna start selling them, individually. Second would be getting into the beverage segment. So I said it on the tank as well that we have developed a beer and a wine kit. So wine kit is almost ready, and so is the and I think beer kit will take around 3 months. So basically, there's no alcohol involved. So what we have developed is, we have worked on yeast in a form of a tablet. So what you have to do is just put your juice and in our canister, and 2 days and you have your wine ready. You can put fresh juice or Tetra Pak. So basically, there's no alcohol involved. We are just selling yeast and a plastic ka can. Third would be getting into the Indian range with our easy to use, ready to cook Indian meal kits. And okay, so we want to get into exports with our Indian kits. So if you see right now, the Indian kit segment, like, a lot of people are doing Indian gravies and stuff, but we have cracked something where, the end user would not even require salt. All they would require is your meat and or your protein. So uh, I will share it with you once it's launched, because we've done something really amazing with these Indian kits. And again, so after Shark Tank, we got a lot of calls and messages from Jain people that, uh, that they cannot trust food outside. So they want Jain food which they can cook at home. So we are working on a complete range for Jain people, where all our kits will be in a Jain version. So obviously that's a very interesting market to tap, and I think it'll do really well because of the number of inquiries we've got. I think it's more than 1,000. So yeah. So award and recognition, again, I got featured in Shark Tank 3, and we got a 4 Shark deal. And again, I was invited as a guest speaker at Panipat Institute of Engineering and Technology. It went well. So thank you guys. And if there are any questions, I would love to take them.
Hello everyone. So such a great presentation. So we are now starting the Q&A session.